The rain beat against the cracked window like it wanted to break through and drown the tiny room where Anna sat motionless, holding the only thing she had left of her mother, a delicate gold locket shaped like a heart. The world outside moved fast, expensive cars cutting through puddles, lights reflecting on wet streets like a world made of wealth. But inside the room, time stood still. Anna's eyes were empty, hollowed by hunger, yet filled with a quiet strength that refused to break. She had spent days without food, feeding only her little brother Leo with the last pieces of bread while she drank water to numb the pain curling through her stomach. Now, she was selling the last memory she had of the woman who once promised that love would carry them through everything. The locket wasn't just gold. It was her childhood, her only treasure, her reminder that she once belonged to someone. But hunger changes even the meaning of love. Backhand index pointing down. If you believe in kindness and second chances, please like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone, and subscribe to the channel. Your support brings more inspiring stories like this. The street market was loud, filled with people bargaining for fruits, bread, and spices. Anna walked through the noise as though she were invisible. The world was different when you had nothing. People looked through you like you were made of air. She clutched the locket tight, scared she would lose the courage to sell it. At a corner stall sat an old jeweler with sharp eyes softened by time. His shop was small but full of glittering things others could afford, things Anna never imagined owning. When she placed the locket in his hand, his expression shifted, not at its value, but at something he recognized, a kind of pain he had seen before. He offered her a price that could feed her brother for a week. She accepted, not because it was fair, but because her heart was too tired to argue. In another part of the city, Noah Winters, a billionaire known for cutting deals sharper than knives, was signing a document worth millions. His life was skyscrapers, boardrooms, and decisions that could move economies. Yet he hadn't slept properly in weeks. Wealth fills cities around you, but sometimes empties the silence inside. His driver waited while Noah walked toward the market to get some fresh air, an old habit from the time he had nothing. As he stepped into the crowd, his mind settled in the noise like a stranger in a memory. He saw the jeweler handing money to a thin girl in clothes too old for her age. Her hands trembled, her cheeks sunken, but her eyes held the sadness of someone who had lost more than just possessions. She left immediately, as though the market might swallow her if she stayed. Something in Noah's chest shifted, a discomfort that was not pity, but recognition. An old scar inside him reminded him of a rainy day years ago when he sold his father's watch to buy medicine for his mother. That memory had shaped the man he became, determined, relentless, and afraid to feel anything that reminded him of hunger. While Anna bought bread and milk, she counted every coin twice, terrified she would make a mistake and have less food for Leo. She rushed home, feeling relief for the first time in days. Leo's eyes widened when he saw the food. He hugged her with all the strength in his tiny arms, unaware of what she had given up. That night, she lay awake staring at the empty space around her neck where the locket once rested. Tears soaked her pillow silently. She told herself she was strong for Leo. But strength can be the most painful burden when you carry it alone. The next morning, the jeweler's shop bell rang again. Noah entered. He didn't ask for diamonds or rare stones. He asked, almost abruptly, if the locket from the day before was still there. The old man hesitated. He told Noah the story of the girl, not with dramatic words, but with the simplicity of truth. Noah listened, and the noise of the market dimmed. He bought the locket, not as a billionaire collecting things, but as a man who remembered what it meant to sell a memory because survival didn't care about sentiment. He held the locket like it was fragile, like it contained the story of someone he didn't even know but already understood. Days passed. Anna worked odd jobs, cleaning stairs, washing laundry, doing anything that could help Leo stay fed. One morning, she woke up to a letter taped to their door. Inside was a note telling her to come to a nearby address, along with an offer for work at a large foundation that helped families like hers. She hesitated, suspicious, but desperation made people brave. When she arrived, she walked into a modern building with walls covered in photos of children smiling, smiles she didn't know the world could still create. A receptionist guided her to an office. On the desk was something that made her gasp, the gold locket. Beside it was Noah, but she didn't know his name, nor his wealth. He looked at her with a softness she didn't expect from someone dressed so perfectly. He spoke only a few gentle words, telling her that strength is sometimes the willingness to sacrifice love for survival, and that anyone capable of such love deserves something better from life. He offered her a job in a program that supported single guardians, and a scholarship for Leo's education. Not because he pitied her, but because he believed that sometimes the world balances itself in unexpected ways. Anna took the job slowly, like someone afraid the ground beneath her might vanish. But with time, stability arrived like spring after a long winter. She grew brighter, her cheeks filled with color, and Leo began to laugh the way children should, freely, loudly, without fear. Sometimes, she touched the locket around her neck, now back where it belonged, and whispered promises to the mother she hoped was watching. Promises of a better life, promises that her sacrifice was not in vain. One evening, after she helped organize food for dozens of families, she walked home with Leo holding her hand. The city lights shimmered like stars brought down to earth. She thought about Noah, a man she barely knew, but who changed everything with a single act of recognition. That night, she realized that wealth wasn't measured by money alone. Sometimes, the richest people are those who remember what it meant to have nothing at all. Red Heart. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support inspires more stories that bring hope and humanity to the screen. Backhand index pointing down. Before you leave, comment this: kindness changes lives. Life did not suddenly become perfect, but Anna no longer woke up afraid of tomorrow. She wore her locket not as a symbol of loss, but as a reminder that love never truly leaves when it's shared. And somewhere in the city, a billionaire who once understood hunger slept peacefully for the first time in years, knowing that sometimes the most valuable investment is in people who rise, even when the world expects them to fall.